Nestled in the Mojave Desert, surrounded by Joshua trees, is a luxury bohemian retreat. Welcome to Sacred Sands.
Hi, Brandy.
Hi, Kaylee.
Nice to meet you
Gosh,
finally.
So nice to see you.
Hi.
Hey, Keith. Hey. Sure. It's so great to be here. Thank you guys for having me. This place is unbelievable. I mean, it's so beautiful here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Being
Thanks
out
for
in this
coming.
desert, I mean, oh my gosh, everything is just wow.
Yeah, it's stunning.
So tell me some about Sacred Sands.
Well, we bought the place nearly 4 years ago. It was built by female architect Janet Armstrong and designed by her in 2008. It's a straw bale constructed home, which means all the walls are really thick because there's literally straw bale inside of them.
Wow.
So it makes it really acoustically sound, where the rooms feel very peaceful and quiet. And it makes it warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. So it's a very unique type of architecture that a lot of people aren't even building houses like this anymore. And we're one of the only straw bale homes in the area.
Wow.
Makes it very sturdy also. Like
Yeah.
for earthquakes or any kind of
Yeah, it's very safe.
natural. Yeah.
Do a lot of the properties around here do that straw bale, or is this pretty unique for this specific?
There's a few.
Yeah.
But this is probably one of the bigger ones.
And one of the first,
Yeah.
for sure.
Awesome. Well, I would love to take a tour. Can you show me around?
Of course.
Sure.
Let's go.
Wow, what a great space. Wow.
Thank you. So we call this a ceremony circle. It's a multi-purpose space that we use to host a lot of different types of events. It's most commonly used for weddings, and we're very inclusive here. We welcome anyone to get married in our space. We also use it for sound baths, guided yoga, meditation, any kind of wellness type of experience is really good for that as well. And that's usually what it's used for, and it's got pristine, protected views in all directions because it leads into Joshua Tree National Park.
Yeah, everything behind this ridge that you see here is the national park on the other side, or protected federal lands.
Wow. What a
we
great
get-
location.
Yeah.
So we see a lot
Unobstructed
of
views.
different wildlife, because we're in a wildlife corridor. Bobcats, foxes,
Really?
like all kinds
Coyotes.
of coyotes. 2 different types of rabbit species, tons of birds, lizards.
Yeah, lots of roadrunners.
Wow.
We had a little pet roadrunner for a while.
Really?
Yeah, he
That's
just wanted
so
to
neat.
roost at our place, and we just
Yeah.
let him keep coming back.
Oh. So now for weddings, how many people can fit in here?
So we do a maximum of 100. We could fit more, but we feel like that's a good space just for guests to be able to be mobile during the event. And they typically will just sit on either side of the rugs that we have that can extend all the way back there, where we typically have curtains. Then they have their different arbor options. For our couples, they can use our triangle that Keith actually built himself.
Wow.
And then we also have our driftwood arbors, and then we have different curtains we can hang there as well to add another little pop of color. And then they usually do chairs on either side. An array of different colors can work, or different designs, because the space is large enough for them to kind of pick whatever kind of chair they want for their typical or their ideal wedding design.
Wow. Yeah, and that's a pretty good sized wedding. I mean, 100 people.
Yeah, 100 is a good sized
Yeah.
wedding. We usually are able to manage it just the 2 of us, but we also cap it at 100 so that there's plenty of parking in the parking area as well.
That's
for everybody
amazing.
to land without being on top of each other.
Great. Well, I'd love to see some more of your spaces and your rooms. Can I take a
Of
look?
course, yeah.
All right,
we'll
let's
show you
go.
everything.
Come on in. So we call this space the reception courtyard.
Oh.
So when we do have the events, this is where we host the dinner. Usually like long farm tables or round banquet tables. It's really nice in this space.
Wow.
You got
I love the
garden.
lights, too.
Yeah, right? The lights are really nice and moody, like right after sunset. It's really pretty.
I love all the landscape that you guys have already done here. I mean, that's really great with all the cacti. And
Yeah, I mean, the previous
Yeah.
owners did a great job with that. We've just been adding. We didn't know anything about desert gardening. We had to learn a
Yes.
lot.
yeah.
I just thought like, oh, everything's fine. You don't have to water it. And it's like, no, the rosemary needs water. This needs water.
Well, that's such a learning curve. Like, how do you
It
figure
is.
it out? And
You get real in tune with the plants after a while. Like
Yeah.
I was
Lots
watering
of books.
Yeah, lots of books. I was watering all these by hand, and then after a while, you start to really just get a sense, oh, this one's thirsty. You know, you feel really connected. It's the funniest thing. Half of the ones I've planted have died, and so it's a special plant. I like this one because it's a good example of in the spring when it shoots sprouts and they flower. It's really, really nice.
Oh, really?
And then the smell is just, I mean, you take like a dried white sage. It's just so nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Very
isn't that
fragrant.
nice?
That is really nice. Oh, I love that.
And then we have the rosemary. The bees are always busy. You can just find one without a bee on it, but just go like this with your hand.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that great?
That's really fragrant.
Yeah.
Good for drinks, good for making bundles out of. Some little smudge sticks.
You can hang a little in your shower, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so great how that's all integrated into this whole space.
Yeah,
It really makes it
We
feel like a
actually
retreat.
want to work with the beekeeper to help us harvest honey from these bees because we think rosemary honey would taste really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really nice. So I would love to see some of your rooms.
Yeah.
Do you guys,
Come
are
on
you
in.
able to take me through there? I love these swings.
Oh yeah, we put those in for our couples.
Wow. This is so cute.
Thank you.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, welcome to the Onyx Room.
This is also our honeymoon suite.
A lot of what you see, a close friend of ours is French Moroccan. So she sourced some of this straight from Morocco. Pillowcases, some of the blankets. And then, yeah, between Joshua Tree and Palm Springs, we kind of decorated it all with, you know, unique vintage pieces. Like that lamp was like such a steal to find that. You know, that's part of the fun is the hunt, you know, going to find. Because
We had a great time.
you don't know what's right for the room until you see it. That's the hard thing about Sacred Sands. It's so kind of eclectic. It's not like we're just mid-century modern or this or that. It's like it has to kind of work in the space.
Yeah.
So it's a mix of things that are more high-end, more, people say shabby chic. We don't like that term, but boho, you know.
Pan desert.
Yeah.
And when you guys came up with the name even, like with, you said Sacred Sands, I mean, how did that evolve?
We actually did not come up with the name.
Oh.
Yeah.
The previous owners did, and we loved it so much that we just wanted to keep it. It had such a good reputation that there was no reason to mess with something that was already working so well that we just held on to it.
Yeah, it's a really unique. We actually just last year trademarked it, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we liked it so much. We have, you know, plans to hopefully have another location in the future, so we just, you know, took the steps to secure that for now.
Yeah.
The brand, you know, committed to the brand.
Yeah, and you could tell by being here that your focus is really like calming, and you talked about wellness and things like that. So even as you expand, that's part of your vision too, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we want to keep trying to host retreats and events and all that in any other space that we open up.
Yeah, if you notice, like none of our rooms have televisions. We put record players in each room. We want people to just kind of tune out a little bit, turn that noise off, and just like reconnect with each other, reconnect with themselves or nature.
Yeah, unplug.
I love all the natural light in here too, and like the views are stunning. Like from every single room, everything that you're seeing is just like breathtaking.
Yeah, the 360 views are really special here.
This room's amazing to wake up into. I mean, the sun rises over this way, but it just lights up that hillside. It's really, really nice. And
what's really nice too is any time of year, either room will get the sunset. So you can literally be taking a bath and watching the sunset as it goes down. And our couples really like that as well, because a lot of times they'll all gather together on our sunset patio to watch the sunset together, and it'll become part of the wedding experience. So yeah, having the sunset just always at your fingertips is an amazing part of owning this business.
Yeah, and on that, you mentioned the outside area. I would love to see that because I've seen photos and it looks unbelievable. So I'd love to take a look.
That's probably what attracts people to us the most.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, more with Hotel Incredible at Sacred Sands. Welcome back to Sacred Sands in Joshua Tree, California.
So So welcome to our favorite part of this room.
Oh my gosh, this area is so cool.
Yeah, isn't it cool?
I love this. So tell me about this space.
Well, we remodeled a lot of this out here to try to make it more comfortable for our guests. I think my favorite feature is our stargazing bed. It's also used as like a meditation platform where you can just lay on your back at night and look up at the stars. We get amazing celestial events out here.
Really?
Oh yes, like there's a shooting star event like every month. There's a meteor shower that peaks.
Jeez.
We were just using our telescope to look at the grand conjunction of Venus and Jupiter, and a couple years ago, Saturn and Jupiter had a conjunction. We had the Neowise huge comet a couple years ago. So there's always something going on in the sky that you can kind of make a vacation out of. And also Joshua Tree is included in the night sky ordinance throughout some regions of California. So everyone has to keep their lights low, and there's very little light pollution so that you can stargaze from your home without feeling like you need to drive into the park always.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
There's sections of the park that are considered some of the darkest areas on the planet still.
Really?
Yeah. It's a more like eastern part of the park, but
Wow, that's amazing. Just another thing that makes this area so unique.
yeah, so another thing we really like in this space is the outdoor shower. So you can have, shower under the stars. There's also a shower inside that's a river rock bottom spa shower. So you have 4 different faucets that you can control.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Multiple shower heads.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, amazing.
it's really fun. And then my favorite thing right this way is the cast iron tub,
What? This is so cool.
right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so make yourself at home, right?
All right.
And you can fit
Amazing.
2.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then this is what people love the most. You can be in the tub, put a little drink,
yeah.
see
Wow.
the view. Still private, really
So
nice.
unique. Such
Yeah.
a unique experience you guys offer here. This is incredible.
Thank you.
Do all of your rooms have outdoor space like this?
Yeah, our other room also has a private outdoor space as well with the same features.
I can't believe this. I mean, such a perfect kind of retreat and getaway for anybody,
Oh, yeah.
really.
It's a great reset.
And especially if you had, like you said, a special event here too. You just have all of
Yes.
this to just great for entertaining and just enjoying your company.
Oh yeah, the brides will jump in the tub and get photos in their dresses.
I bet. Oh
It's
my
really
gosh,
fun.
yeah, that would be a great photo op.
I mean, most of the couples spend, I'd say, like the majority of their time outside. It could be like 40 degrees out, you're having a hot bath. It could be 100 in the hottest months and you have a cold bath, so you're
Yeah,
always
after
outside.
a hike, take a little cold plunge.
Yeah, but you also have
Great.
really great indoor spaces too. I'd love to see your great room area.
Yeah, we'll take
Yeah.
you there next.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right,
go.
let's go take a look.
So this room is the great room.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
this is beautiful.
So it's a good common room, reading room, dining. During the weddings, we host like the reception dance in here. But I love to point out to folks, this is the good example of the straw bale construction. So all these walls are a clay terracotta. Behind that is straw bale. It's framed in and held by rebar. So it's stacked really nice and tight, gives you great insulation for the elements. It's very fire resistant too, so that's another good benefit of the straw bale.
The acoustics as well.
Acoustics are nice.
Really nice for sound baths, music, all that sort of thing. I love the fireplace. It's probably my favorite feature.
Oh,
Guests love to make fires there. We always have firewood out for them so that they can do that.
Yeah, and look at these chandeliers. I mean, oh my gosh.
Yes.
I've never seen anything like that before.
Right?
It is.
And they have little miniature disco balls.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's so cool.
That was something that the previous owners had put, and we thought it was a fun little touch. But the nice thing in this room, you can just watch the entire day shift. The windows, you can sit in here all day and just like watch the mountains, watch the sunset. It's really, really nice.
The views are breathtaking, really.
Yeah.
What other things do people do in here? I mean, you mentioned, I think that people do the receptions in here.
Yeah, so this
reception
is where all
dancing.
the dancing takes place because it's dance floor ready.
Uh-huh.
We clear out all the furniture so that you can get quite a few people in here dancing at once. We have a nice projector screen and a 4K projector so they could be projecting video or images of themselves as a couple. through the
that's so
ages,
cool.
through the years. So people really like that feature as well.
Wow.
And then Keith installed customizable lighting throughout, so we can kind of create like a club or bar-like atmosphere with whatever kind of color palette the couple wants to have at night. And then the DJ doesn't have to bring in as much lighting. It just makes us more all-inclusive.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you guys have the bar set up here too?
Yes, we have an outdoor bar that Keith built. And then we also have an indoor bar, because usually for cocktail hour, everyone wants to be outside together, gathering on our sunset patio. And then when the music starts, it's just easier for people to get their drinks right there. And then the bartenders move inside and they bartend out of this window.
Do you guys do weddings year round, or is there like a certain wedding
We
season?
do. There's definitely, it's high and low season. So usually our spring and fall are going to be our most busy times of year. I would say our most popular month is October. So if you want October, you got to get that like a year and a half in advance usually.
Well, yeah.
Usually in the spring, this whole valley is just yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually into like late May. It goes through phases where it'll be like a rainbow of different colors, and then at the very end, like into late May, it's like a very yellow palette.
You guys have such a perfect location. I mean, you have the entrance right here, this west
Yeah.
entrance. That's amazing.
We're
so
just
like,
1 mile away.
I mean, it's such a great, perfect location.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we have travelers from all over the world that come to stay with us, and it's been that way since the inception, where I would say about half of our guests are not American. So we've always catered to guests that are worldwide. Like we'll put like the specific like PG tips in the rooms if we know we have British guests or
Yeah.
whatever, to try to cater to what we think people from other countries might want. We make sure that we're on WhatsApp so that our guests can always communicate with us if they don't have a US cell phone. So we try to do everything we can to try to cater to people from California, outside of California,
There's about 3
outside the
million,
United States.
3 million visitors a year to Joshua Tree.
Yeah, so 3 million people
Wow.
go past
Yeah.
us
3 million?
every year. And what's so great about our national park as well is it's a state highway, so it's always open. It doesn't really close. So you can kind of drive into it at 2 a.m. You can be there before sunrise. So people
Really?
are in the park 24/7,
Oh, that's
which
so
makes
cool.
it really unique compared to other American national parks.
I've only seen
That's
it
so true,
closed.
yeah.
I've only seen it closed once for snow.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
so true.
And also just like the Joshua trees themselves obviously are the #1 draw, and they just only really exist in this small little window at a certain altitude, you know, between here, Arizona, and Utah.
Such a unique
Yeah.
area, and you pull people from all over the country, all
We
over the world.
really
It's not
do.
just here in
Joshua Tree
California.
only gets more popular. It doesn't get less popular. And every year it expands to kind of accommodate the influx of guests. So every year we get new restaurants, we get new bars, we get new just general experiences for tourists to have. So every year there's another new reason to make it out to Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
It only
Yeah.
gets better.
I
Yeah.
think when you understand that some of the trees in the park are like, you know, 300 to 600 years old.
What?
You know, and they only grow maybe a few centimeters a year, and then you see this thing that's like 2 stories. It really
Yeah,
puts
it's
time
ancient.
puts time into perspective.
Well, it's such an incredible location, such incredible property. I love what you guys have done with it to just build so much character into it and just
Yeah.
blend these different styles and energy into the space. It's just, I mean, I'm in love with this place. I love it so much.
Brandy?
Yeah, it's an ongoing project. It's
Yes.
we're always looking to find the next thing we want to, you know, add or amenities we want to keep building on. So we have a pool under construction. You might have
Oh, cool.
noticed. So hopefully that'll be done by fall of this year.
Yeah.
So you'll have to come back and check out the pool when it's done.
I would love to do that. I bet you get some great sunsets from that
Oh,
pool.
speaking of sunsets, yeah, let's show you the sunset patio.
Okay, great. Don't go anywhere when we come back more with my interview with Kaylee and Keith. Welcome back to Sacred Sands on Hotel Incredible. Wow, look at this space.
Right?
Geez, these views are unbelievable.
This is just the perfect spot in like the fall to sit, have a fire, have a little glass of wine.
Yeah.
Wow. These chairs are actually made from wine barrels
Really?
that we sourced in San Luis Obispo, which is quite a ways away. It's like a 5-hour drive.
Yeah. How did you even hear about these? Like to
To
go there?
We are just like the craziest, like Etsy sourcers, like you know, we
And
Were
just
you looking for that specifically?
we had an
Did you
idea.
do a search?
Yeah, kind of.
We
Yeah.
wanted kind of like an Adirondack type chair, but that was more like unique to California.
Yeah.
So when we saw wine barrels, we're like, well, California is the wine country
Right.
of the country, so why don't we go with that?
All of these little details and the things that how you source them in such a special and unique way and just brought so much character. It's like even if you don't know these specific items or the story behind it, you just feel that energy in this space, and I think that that's so unique and cool.
Yeah, I think often it's very important to us that it does have that quality, and so we just like search until something speaks to us. And so in these chairs, that was like the story behind it, was so appealing. We're like, oh, we gotta have them.
It really makes the whole experience though for the guest.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a great activity for the end of the day. It's a good way to unwind, is sitting out here and taking everything in.
Yeah, but we haven't showed you the best way to unwind.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, let's go.
All right.
So speaking of relaxation, this is one of my favorite rooms. We call this the
Wow.
crescent room.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, and like the suspended bed is one of the funnest features of this room.
Yeah.
You can lay and kind of get gently rocked to sleep as you look up through the skylight at the stars. Each of the windows has blackout curtains except for this one. So when the sun comes up in the morning, the light just kind of gently comes into this room and kind of wakes you up.
Wow.
Super nice. There's lots of little, we call it pan desert like design hints. These lamps are from Morocco. And then a lot of the other stuff was found down in Palm Springs. That's like a mid-century vintage lamp over there. Lots of plants, just lots of, all of our favorite aspects of this property came together really well in this room.
And again, from here, the views. I mean,
Yeah.
from every window,
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
got views. Just stunning.
Just crazy,
you
right?
I feel like you can almost see the entrance from here.
And we also have a trail that guests can use to hike into the park from our property,
What?
which is
Really?
great. Yeah.
Yeah, so just on the other side of this hillside, you can take a trail and you can actually go 17 miles into the park on a loop.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
I've yet to do it, but
Yeah.
Yeah, someday.
it seems a little scary, 17 miles, right? But
Yeah, right in the desert. Just,
Yeah, yeah.
Especially
know
if
what
it
you're
gets a little
doing.
dark. Yeah, you definitely need to know what you're doing. Well, oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful property. Thank you guys so much for taking me here.
Yeah, thanks for
showing
coming.
me around. I mean, I love just the energy of this space is just really unique and really special.
Oh,
And
thanks, Brandy. We're so glad you're able to stay with us.
yeah, it was just so great. So I just thank you for all your time, and I'm super excited to see about how this evolves and the other things that you're able to add on in the future. I think it's going to be incredible just to watch that evolution.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can't wait to have you guys come
Yeah,
back.
okay,
Yeah.
well,
Thank you so much for thinking of us.
What I love about Sacred Sands is how Kaylee and Keith put such attention into their indoor and outdoor spaces. Everything from the pan desert design to the outdoor soaking baths and the lounge areas for stargazing. It's also a really strategic business move that they picked a location so close to the national park, where they're guaranteed that they're going to get the visibility and interest of over 3 million visitors every single year. Well, that's it with this episode. I'm Brandy Connor with Hotel Incredible. See you next time.